Hello, everyone, and welcome to Entertainment Expansion. We are your hosts, Tyler Callahan and Mike Ferrante. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing just splendid, my friend. I'm excited to talk about the end of what started our podcast. Unlike, you know what? I'll just say it. This movie's not ending this franchise, just like this movie's not going to end our podcast. And we are talking about Halloween Ends, the long-awaited, as the trailers would make you seem, the WWE matchup between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. But before I get into my thoughts, Tyler, I'm anxious to hear yours.
Yes, we all watched it on pay-per-view. WrestleMania, Hell in the Cell. Michael Myers bringing out the sledgehammer from underneath. It was a complete shock for me. But yeah, yeah. This trilogy, I think, will very weirdly hold a special place in our hearts. As
Yeah.
the first one, obviously, is what kicked off. Now, obviously, it wasn't the first episode. I believe that was Aquaman, but it kickstarted the idea. Well, shit, maybe we should do a podcast. And over 2 years later, we're still here doing episodes. So this is the end of the trilogy. Mike, as you perfectly said, this will not end the franchise based on the fact that it's gotten poor critic reviews, it's gotten poor audience reviews, and will still make, at this rate, at least $100 million worldwide while being on Peacock. Yeah, Universal ain't dropping this.
Yeah.
But
Which is relatively impressive considering that it went streaming the day it was released in theaters.
yeah, it's the same as Halloween Kills. Which is a shame because I will say, the first Halloween, the 2018 one, worldwide almost made $250 million by itself. Like,
Yeah.
if they didn't do Peacock, we're looking at almost, $700-800 million in total from 3 films, Halloween films, by the way. But we're not here to talk about box office numbers. So the film, clearly there was a change of plans. Clearly there was a different script. From what we were told at the beginning, was it was going to be about 3 films in one night. This one takes place 4 years after the last two, which do take place in one night. And it's very it's hard to talk about this film because, you know, Mike, we'll just get out of the way so our comments make sense. This is better than the last one.
Yes, I'm gonna say that the ratings are a little bit too harsh because
Yes. Yes.
as of right now, both audience scores, Rotten Tomato, Metascores are all lower than Halloween Kills.
Which is
I think this
unfair.
movie
Yeah.
is I think this movie's better than Halloween Kills personally.
This
Um,
has an actual story. Halloween Kills was the movie was running around in circles until it just ended.
yeah, Halloween Kills was just how that didn't kill the franchise is beyond me.
Right, the Rob
But
Zombie movies didn't kill the franchise. Nothing will.
let's be honest, if Halloween Resurrection didn't kill the franchise,
Fair
uh,
enough.
there should be a lot of franchising enders in the Halloween series, but he comes back every time.
But yeah, like, so 4 years, Laurie is trying to move past Michael Myers and the event where she got injured, she lost her daughter, shit happened. Her granddaughter is trying to move on with her life as well. And I believe the director tried to say, it was in one of his, where this is the point of the film to a degree was kind of in response to COVID and people's response, I think, to fear, right? So it's not like Michael Myers is an active presence in the film, but the thought of him, how it affects Haddonfield
Yes.
and the people there. And I will say they put in some effort. The one lady who got a light bulb, one of the fluorescent light bulbs, put through her throat, she's still alive. I
Yeah.
I thought she was dead. She
Pretty
can't
sure
speak
you're gonna die
anymore.
from that. Yeah, pretty
I would
sure
think
you're gonna
so.
die from that.
Well, all right, they made it somewhat realistic, but you're like, yeah, she's alive, but she's in a wheelchair and she can't speak. So it's not like she's doing
Yeah.
much. But I think, like, like Laurie is trying to make a memoir about her life and her encounters with Michael Myers, but the daughter of the one who is, hurt is like, well, you're kind of like profiting off the pain and suffering, right? Like, you antagonized him, and now she didn't
Yeah.
cause the bus to crash, but whatever. Um, so and then, even while it's kind of weird, like, the town was with her to kill Michael Myers at Halloween Kills, but besides a few people 4 years later, she's kind of considered the weirdo with the younger generation.
Yeah, well, hold on here. The
Yeah.
town wasn't with her to kill Michael Myers, or let me put it this way: she wasn't with the town because she was sidelined for the entirety of Halloween
But like the
Kills.
town supported in killing him. They
Well,
just
fun,
happened to try and kill the wrong
yeah,
person.
yeah, which was, they retreaded a lot of themes from Halloween too. But we're not here to talk about that. So one thing I want to bring up, since you bring up it takes place 4 years later, they kind of just say, "Yeah, time's passed." Like that's kind of it.
No, hold on. Let's get
They
more
don't.
specific. They open up 1 year later to have the event that kicks off the film 3 years later.
Yeah,
Like, if
with
you're not paying attention, it's like Halloween 2019. Oh, okay, it's a year later. And then it's just Halloween 2022. It's like, okay, we're just really just jumping forward here.
spoiler alert, the main antagonist throughout the majority of the film. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now.
Oh, Corey.
Oh yes, Corey.
Corey.
Sorry. So Corey's babysitting a kid who, honestly, that kid did a full 180. It seemed like that kid was chilling, he was happy,
Mm-hmm.
and then out of nowhere, as soon as he said the movie's got to get turned off, that kid turned into a raging dickhead.
Yeah, it was also weird. Like, the mother made it seem like he's really petrified, really scared. And then 5 minutes in, he's a complete shithead. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, where'd this come from?
yeah, like that was 180.
Yeah.
Now a lot of people I talked to laughed when that kid died. I'm not saying he deserved it, but
Oh,
he
I
was a
laughed.
little,
I'll say it right
he was,
now.
yeah,
I laughed. That was
he,
hilarious.
he was a little shitbag. Let's be honest. Now does that mean he deserved to die? Absolutely not.
He deserved a
But
paddling. I don't think he deserved his neck to be snapped.
yeah, in front of his parents.
Yeah.
Um, so getting into Corey being the antagonist, what a lot of people didn't like about this movie is also how it was presented, which is kind of what I mentioned. In a lot of the trailers that we saw, it seemed like it was going to be a fight night matchup between Laurie and Michael, and that is not what happened. I
Oh no,
mean, it did
no.
it did happen in one scene, but Michael Myers is in the movie for probably 20 minutes in total.
Yeah. And he
The
is not even he doesn't even get the most kills in his own movie.
No, uh, but that was kind of like him passing on the torch a little bit, which I don't think it was perfect execution, but I do have to give them props for trying to do something new and not just kind of retreading the same old tired Michael Myers killing.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like the fact that it was kind of weird. So I don't know how it plays into it. So Michael Myers is not, he's human, but he's got something with him as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with like when
He
he's like looking at Corey in the eyes and like Corey then starts to change and get darker. It's like there's something there.
Yes, there's an element of
Supernatural.
there's a supernatural element to Michael Myers with because he has kind of always been known as the personification of evil. That's
Mm-hmm.
why his main name in the original movies was the Shape. He was always called the Shape. So I kind of like the fact that before he kills someone, I guess in a more intimate way, they both see that person's life flash before their eyes a little bit. And I think that's what made Michael let Corey go because he was like, "Oh, hold on, this guy's seen a lot of pain, and he killed the kid. He's already on the track to be me. Maybe with the right push, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I could get him on the right track."
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the only person that stood up for Corey after that happened was Michael Myers. That's saying something about the town of Haddonfield.
Well, Allison also.
Well, yeah, that was later.
Yeah. Like, but yeah, like he didn't really have the support of the town. But like, I'm kind of with you. I like the themes that they presented. Basically, like you have the presence of Michael Myers still affecting people. Case in point with like the nice montage of murders or suicides post 2018. Um,
Yeah,
and how it kind of affected the town, but also the fact that like town failed that night to kill Michael Myers. So when 2019 happens and this apparently crazy babysitter killed a kid, boom, that's a new tragedy for the town. Everyone focuses on him and they kind of move on from Michael Myers, like a new
correct. Because
boogeyman.
they needed a new demon to hate.
Exactly. Like, how do you keep the town together? You have a common goal. The common goal in 2018 to 2019 was get Michael Myers. After the kid, it's like, fuck that kid. And then, like, you can make it deeper, like, well, that, evil begets evil. So how the townspeople treat him leads Corey to want to kill them. Obviously, with the help of Michael Myers, achieves quite a bit of that. And I did kind of like the idea of like the passing of the mantle. In regards to the supernatural stuff, I thought it kind of felt like they were writing themselves into a corner because like 2018 was like, all right, he's clearly human and he can be killed. It's just a lot of hard work. Then Halloween Kills is like, I don't know, he might be
It's like, yeah,
supernatural.
he should be,
He
this
should be
fucker should
dead.
be dead.
He's teleporting now. He's doing laps around people in this to make this happen. But then here, he's
He's he's back to more human esque.
he's back to more human. Like, does he die at the end of the movie? Yes,
Like, yeah,
but Laurie has to go through a lot to make sure he stays down.
absolutely. Getting back to the supernatural aspect of it, and a scene from Halloween Kills where Laurie says every time Michael kills, he transcends into something different. We kind of saw a glimpse of that in this movie.
When he does
When
a little
Corey,
little, little shimmy shake when he gets the first kill.
yeah, so like when Corey traps the cop who is also a dickhead, there's a common theme with the people Corey killed.
Yeah,
They may or may not have deserved it and have been asking for it. Um, so traps him in there. Corey holds the guy down. Michael gets the one stab in, and then it seems like he's kind of like powering up in a sense. Like
he's coming alive.
the killing is kind of revitalizing him in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kind of like Laurie, he disappears for the rest of the movie. It kind of goes nowhere. At that point, I thought, all right, this is when he gets back into it. He got the first kill. He kind of got like he got a life pack from that kill.
He's got a
But
health bar. He's good to go.
apparently it wasn't enough because maybe 10 minutes later, Corey runs back in there, beats the shit out of Michael, wrestles him, takes the mask.
Yeah.
Now let's get into the fun part, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure.
Corey's killing spree as Michael. I enjoyed all of that.
I did. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I understand why fans are visibly upset. Quick mention to your marketing, like how it lied. I mean, yeah, it straight up lied.
Yeah,
But to be honest, let let's be honest. If you're a studio head, you can't sell this movie the way it's actually presented.
no.
Hey guys, I know we promised a trilogy, and you wanted a final death fight, but here's this new inserted character who's going to do most of the killing, eh? Come give us your money.
I mean, it's a twist. Like I
Oh no,
said, they tried.
it's a twist, but it's one of those, like, I feel bad because it really is one of those movies where they have to purposely lie to you to get you into theater. Because if you see Corey, if you see Corey killing people, or you see him put on the mask, you ain't gonna watch it.
Yeah, but this
Um,
is also what affected the ratings, I think.
I would like to think it didn't affect critics' ratings because they're supposed to be somewhat impartial. I understand the audience giving it a negative. I understand they were hoodwinked.
I can't understand how the critics hated this movie more than Halloween Kills because I think there was a lot better of a movie. It was shot better. There was a lot
Yeah, yeah. The
like
cinematography for this was actually pretty good for a
yeah,
Halloween
way
film.
better. There
Um,
was some awesome scenes into it.
yeah, like
One
like
of my
like Corey's murders.
yes, one of my favorites is when Corey's basically slaughtering all the bully youths at the junkyard, which he trapped him in there perfectly.
Hmm.
And the main bully had a gun from the junkyard owner. Junkyard guy steps in front to stop the kid from shooting Corey. The kid pulls the trigger too soon, shoots the guy in the head, and Corey's gone. Like true Michael Myers fashion, he's the shape. He disappeared in that split second.
Yeah.
Before this guy's body fell, I was like, all right, that's an awesome scene. Like that made you feel like the spirit of Michael Myers was in him.
Or one that stood out to me was the DJ where you see the reflection of Michael
Yeah.
Myers in the mask in the mirror or in the window.
Yep.
And it's like as soon as he sees him, like, well, here's that. Now it's too late. He's already in the room. You're done.
Yep. That the DJ kill is probably one of my favorites. Maybe
Just,
next to the blowtorch.
just cutting the tongue for no reason, man.
Just even the face bashing to where his jaw was unhinged, and then you saw the extra teeth just kind of fall off.
Yeah.
And then I guess we can talk about the ending here. The ma- the mashup of the century. First, there was a warm up for Laurie Strode. Didn't really end well. Allison was kind of stupid in this movie.
Yeah.
So to spoil it a little bit, Laurie shoots Corey a couple times. Corey takes the mask off. he hears Allison pull up because of the ongoing trend of the muffler, which I thought, she brought there to get it fixed. Corey never fucking fixed that muffler, number one.
No, he didn't. He's not that good of a mechanic.
Apparently not. Maybe it was just, so you can know when Allison is near. So Corey then says, if I can't have her, no one can, stabs himself in the neck. And this is where it kind of gets a little far stretched for me a little bit. And I'll get back into this in a second. Allison comes in, sees Corey in a full-blown jumpsuit, the knife wound in his neck. Laurie stupidly is holding the knife. I don't know why she would do that. And the Michael Myers mask is next to Corey. Allison immediately starts blaming Laurie. It's like, all right, I know you're in shock, but read the room. When have you ever seen this man in a fucking jumpsuit and there's the Michael Myers mask next to him? Read the goddamn room.
Didn't she, when he was at the junkyard, when she was supposed to get the muffler fixed? Or was he not in the jumpsuit then?
You know what? I didn't pay that much attention, but
that would be the only time. But your point still stands. The Michael Myers mask standing in the middle of the room,
right next to him.
How'd you think that showed up, huh?
Yeah, and then going into the next mashup, Michael Myers comes back into the house, goes to reclaim his mask, and Corey jumps back to fucking life somehow after being unconscious for minutes, bleeding out from his neck. And then it takes Michael Myers snapping his neck to finally seal the deal.
Yeah, I kind of don't get the point of that.
It's like, why jump back to life? Just stay dead, man. Just stay dead.
Like, it's not a big difference if Michael kills him.
No.
Because he doesn't talk. He's not like, fucker, I want my mask back, snap the neck. It's like, no, he's already dead.
They had to give him more than just one kill in the movie.
I guess, but
that's really all he had. He had 2 kills in the entire movie.
That's stipulated in his contract.
I think it would just be embarrassing that he only had 2. Then again, he had such a fucking high body count the last movie.
You got to balance it out,
Yeah, balance out the numbers.
I mean, the fight in the kitchen was good. The fight in the kitchen was good. I will say that it's short. It is not the big, fight night that they're presenting it as. But when you actually get to the fight, it's gruesome. Some near gruesome stuff like the hand in the blender. The fact that Laurie's superhuman strength knocking down that fridge on Michael, slitting his wrists, making sure he bleeds every last drop. Like, it's good. It's good. I did find the end where they tie up his body and the town somehow magically finds the car and they all just slowly walk to the junkyard. Kind of a little too much, but okay.
A little funeral procession to let everyone know that the boogeyman has finally been ridden out of Haddonfield. This way the entire town can see him physically, take the mask off, so they know it's legitimately him.
And that he's done. He's in pieces. He's shredded.
Yeah, they throw him in some type of scrapper.
And then Laurie lives happily ever after, and Allison leaves Haddonfield. She finishes her memoir.
She finishes her memoir, but she has his mask on her table. One more thing I want to give the movie props for, because we kind of blitz past it a little bit. So it seems like Laurie and why am I drawing a blank? I must be tired. And Allison, they actually built up a very good and healthy relationship with each other in the 4 years.
Yeah,
I think that was kind of nice to see that they were.
And even with the friend too, like Laurie's friend as well. Like, she's there in some scenes. Like, those three seem to click really well.
Yeah, and I think it was very nice that they were helping each other move on. And number one, Allison was helping Laurie kind of come back to Earth a little bit and come back to society. Because in the first movie, she was a hermit, never really left her house.
Yeah. Now she has a home inside, like, downtown Haddonfield. Like, she's living with the community. She talks to the sheriff at the grocery store. The guy can't flirt for shit, but she's actually living amongst the town people.
That was kind of cute between them, though.
Oh no, it was cute. It's a funny cute. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Just like, come on, man. Come on.
I mean, her house wasn't boarded to the nines.
It looked like a normal house.
Yeah. So I think that was. I got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, so and again, Allison was, I think, a senior. So like 4 years in, like, she's a nurse or like practicing nurse. Like, she's trying to live her life. Like, that's good. Correct. We see a bit of her dating life. The asshole cop. So like, clearly they are trying to live their life. I think another thing that was done, I think overall well, is I thought it was weird at first how, wow, we're just kind of skipping past one of the three main characters was brutally murdered. But there's a lot of references to Allison's mother throughout the film. Like there's photos, there's Laurie gives her like stuff that the mother had. Like clearly, they're still affected by it. They just try their
You know
best
who
to move on.
you know who they're not really affected by though? Her
All
dad.
the other people that died.
Her dad.
Man, he
It's
was
like
forgotten in the second film. He was forgotten in the second film. No one was like, "Oh, my
no,
husband."
they brought him up for a couple scenes. That was it.
Well, see, that was his mistake. He died in the first one, not the second film.
Yeah, I'm saying they brought him up in the second movie.
But shit, man, when you think of it like that, Allison kind of lost the most in this trilogy. You bring her in, she loses both parents in one night. In one
Yeah,
night, she lost both. She lost two or three of her friends, found out her boyfriend was cheating on her,
then lost
uh,
him once they
lost
reconciled.
him, dates an asshole cop. He gets murdered, which she doesn't know about, and then dates a new guy, turns out to be Michael Myers 2.0, or trying to
So
be.
yeah, a Michael Myers simp, if you will.
I gotta say, she needs some help picking out guys.
Yeah,
She needs some help.
hopefully.
Like she is not batting a good
Yeah,
average. She
no,
deserves better. Let me say that. She deserves better.
she definitely does. Hopefully, she will find her happy ending away from the franchise. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Okay.
Let's give it the series ranking. Now, for this ranking, we are only going from Halloween 2018 to Halloween Ends. We will be here all night if we talked about all of the Halloween movies.
We would need a live stream for that and to have like a live chart and debate each one, but
Yep,
that's
Tyler, I'll
another
let you
time.
kick it off.
All right. So worst to best. I think it's gonna be pretty simple. Third place, obviously Halloween Kills. Second place, Halloween Ends, and then Halloween 2018.
And my list is exactly the same, but I think this is where we are about to differ. Tyler, do you recommend this movie to our viewers?
So, I know I gave it quite a bit of praise. And I do have a few small issues, like how the fact does Michael Myers live in the sewer for 4 years, living off people's bodies. Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
some odd script issues there. But overall, as a film,
There's no worries.
I gotta say no. Because, while I personally enjoyed some of the film, and Mike, you enjoyed some of the film, I gotta look at it from three, actually, sorry, three perspectives. One, if you're a diehard Halloween fan, yeah, sure, watch it. But let's be honest, if you're looking for a Michael Myers Laurie showdown, you're going to sit there 2 hours and get 5-10 minutes of it. You're not probably going to be
Yeah,
that happy with it. So obviously, I'm not going to recommend it to you. Now, if you're a horror fan, there's some good kills in here, absolutely. But if you're looking for kills, go watch Halloween Kills. If you're looking for proper horror that gives you a good jump scare, there's other options out there. This ain't that scary of a horror film, to be
no, but
honest.
you have to look at it. You have to look at it at another point. Did it successfully end the story that it set out to?
Mixed bag on that.
Kind
Because
of.
see, then I'm going through the third angle. General audience. You're out with a group of friends. You're looking for a movie to watch. You really watch Halloween Ends? This is a franchise going on 40 years. So you're not really going to get the callbacks to why is Laurie and Michael Myers? Why are those two battling each other? Why is that so important? You're not going to get that. And on top of that, this is the third movie in a trilogy. This is like showing up
Yep,
to Infinity War without seeing at least the other two Avenger movies. You know, like it's kind of like now, will you be that lost? Not really, but you're not going to appreciate what Alice and Laurie went through in the other two movies.
it's true.
But with that being the case, now they do a recap in the beginning of this film, like with Jamie Lee Curtis narrating, which I found kind of weird because again, this is the third movie.
Yeah.
Like if this is 2018, fine, but so yeah, I like parts of it. If you take what we say about the film and you want to give it a watch, please go ahead. But from a Halloween fan, from a general movie fan, and from a horror fan, I can't in good conscience recommend it.
All right, so this is where I'm going to put my foot in my mouth here a little bit. I am going to recommend it mostly because, as a Halloween fan, you kind of owe it to yourself to see it through. We've seen a lot worse movies in this franchise, so I kind of have to recommend it from that standpoint. And I really do enjoy the fact that they tried something different. And for the most part, it did succeed. Could it have been executed better? Yeah, but in a sense, for me, it's still better than Halloween Kills. So for me, it's going to be a yes with a slight asterisk.
Okay.
But I think that's enough about our thoughts. We want to know, what are your thoughts? Did you like Halloween Ends? And what are your personal rankings from Halloween 2018 through Halloween Ends? As always, feel free to let us know at Entertainment Expansion. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you for listening.